In the age of Rome, a new threat has awakened. The Viking Age has begun, centuries earlier than history remembers. They have come for conquest, to rape, pillage, and plunder. From sea and by land, the Norsemen have come. Only a small Roman garrison remains in the city. Can they hold out? Let's find out. Welcome everyone to the... Essentially, it's a Viking mod for Total War Rome 2. So this adds in the Norse, or the Viking faction, to Rome 2 Total War, which is, you know, very good fun. So it's been out for a few weeks, I believe, but it's recently been updated. So I figured I'd give it a little try, show you off in a custom battle, and then maybe briefly at the end of the video, kind of quickly show you their location on the campaign map. But they're where the Iceni are located, essentially. So yeah, I'll show it very briefly, but it adds in entirely new units, and I'm just going to turn down the sound just a smidge, because it's really loud in my little ears. Okay, so we have the Norse longbowmen over here. We also have some Norseman berserkers. As you can tell, they're still saying Britons because that's the faction that they've replaced. We also have a unit of Norseman Royal Housecarls, and we have a couple of units of normal Housecarls as well. So I haven't tested them out in combat before, but I do think the units look very nice. So kudos to the development team. As usual, they will appear in the comments below. The link to the mod. Sorry, the link to the mod will be in the description below. God, I'm all over the place today, so I am. So the ships are slowly getting towards the city, and the assault on land, I'll try and coordinate it with the landings from sea. So we can see a little bit of the Roman garrison now. They've got a few units of Hastati, some units of Legionary cohort, so I'm taking them up against, well, the Hastati shouldn't really be too much of a problem, but the Legionary cohorts are kind of, you know, mid-tier units. They also have some units of cavalry, some Legionary cav, and I've also given them some Velites as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Oh, I think the Viking Raiders are coming across the shore now, approaching the dock. Okay. Right, let's move up my archers and see if I can get them in range before they begin to attack me. Okay. So we've got some reinforcements coming in from the ships here, the heavy raiders. Okay, are the Romans starting to march? They're forming up. Let's see if we can hold out. Well, not hold out, let's see if they can hold out. So we do have a lot of abilities on each of the units, so they are pretty... Wow. Warcry, Second Wind, Killing Spree, Frenzy, Chance. Well, let's get the Housecarls to chant. Is that the Norseman Housecarls, Norseman Royal Housecarls? Okay, so the longbowmen are opening fire, starting to give a few casualties, and the Romans are beginning to fall back. So let's give a couple of abilities here. Quick reload, precision shot, focus fire. Let's focus their fire on that unit of Legionary cohort and see what kind of devastation they can give. Let's give a normal shot. Okay. So let's get the Housecarls there chanting. So the focus fire isn't doing too much damage. We're not really taking that many out. But let's get these guys down. I'm pretty sure they're up for a fight. So the Vikings are going in for battle now with a creeping barrage from the archers. Still inflicting a few casualties. Beginning to really focus their fire now. So the Vikings are going in. This is going to be sweet. So we've got the Berserkers going in here. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Okay, well, let's get the Berserkers to go on a frenzy, headhunt, killing spree. Let's get them all to do whatever they can. Okay, so we've got our men disembarking here to flank the enemy force. I'll actually send the cavalry round here. So we're already causing some units to rout. Some more units are charging in. Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. So our men have disembarked here. They're going in for combat. Let's wipe out that legionary cohort. And let's get these Norse warriors to go into the rear here. So we've got a bit of a gap for the cavalry to go through. Let's go through here. Stampede the men. So this was heavily in my favour. And that's kind of typical of what the Vikings would have done. They only would have attacked if they knew, you know, victory was easily attainable, because they couldn't really take many losses. So let's give our men a chant. But yeah, we are absolutely annihilating the men here. So let's get these guys down here. Yeah, it's a total wipeout by the Vikings. As you would expect, they are fearsome warriors. So most of the units are breaking. This was heavily in my favour from the start, but it's more to kind of show off the mod than actually give myself a challenge. But yeah, we've absolutely annihilated the pitiful Roman garrison here today. The Gartus is shaken. He's still fighting for his life. We've got Vikings coming in from the rear. So there we go, victory for the Vikings. Pretty easy one. But now I'm going to show you a little bit of the campaign map so we can see them on the campaign, so I'll see you there. Okay, so here you can see the Norsemen are now the Iceni. So they have cultural aspirations, so moderate diplomatic bonus with all non-barbarian tribes. There we go, apparently. And pastoral way, so 20 plus wealth for agricultural buildings. And then I'm not sure if they've changed these around or not, but we get plus 20 charge bonus in battles when attacking, and a warrior society, plus 2 public order for every war against a neighbouring faction. So that is pretty typical of the Vikings. Okay, so here you go, there's your starting position. You have Camilla Dunham, and you have a very, very small force. I think this is kind of the normal army that Britannia would start with. And from the off you can recruit Norseman recruits and Norseman slingers. So there you can see their stats in the bottom left corner. You have a spy or a scout to start off with. Technology, you need to kind of start from scratch. Diplomacy, we are friendly with the Carnoots. We're also friendly with the Duminamini. We're at war with, I'll just call them the Welsh. And yeah, well there you go, your diplomatic status isn't too bad. Your Celtic, which, you know, isn't particularly correct, but, you know, hey-ho, it's still a pretty fun mod. And if we wanted to expand the city, we can do by building various little things here. A lot of it, and well, at the minute, Norseman Lancers, Norseman Cavalry, and the other one provides Norseman Javelin Throwers. So there is a way to go before we could actually get the Housecarls and other stuff like that. And then we have our faction leader is Aetiotrix. That's a very bad pronunciation, and we have 57% of the influence in the tribal chiefs. So I believe this is our faction leader here. Or am I completely wrong? No, I am wrong. I am completely wrong. Ah, there we go. Aetiotrix is here, and he's essentially keeping Camilla Dunham safe to begin with. So if we wanted to, I'll just see if I can raise a force. So if I were to raise an army, so you can actually get heroic nobles, housecarls, and you can get chariots as well, but I think they just haven't taken that unit out. But I'd probably go for, you know, the Norman housecarls or the Norman royal housecarls. And if I wanted to get a navy, we can get the heavy raider. There we go. And if I can only recruit medium missile slingers at the minute. But there you go, that's the Viking mod. If you've enjoyed the video, do make sure to give it a like and all that jazz. And until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.